Alright, so practicing the 4.1 material, simple interest and compounding interest. So again, similar to what you see in the homework and the quizzes. Alright, so the first example, we have Jay. He invests $3,500 in an annual simple interest rate. So again, that means you use the simple interest formula. Alright, it's a simple interest. It says simple interest. Right, the amount of interest Jay earned in 5 years, the amount he'll earn each year, the value of his investment in 5 years. So we want to know the interest over 5 years. How much do you earn yearly? And then what's his future value? Alright, so A first. A is actually the one you'll use the formula for. You want the interest, which is your principal, $3,500, times your simple interest as a decimal. So you write the 4.5 as 0.045 over 5 years. So this is the amount of interest you earn every year. That's how many years you've invested. So the grand total, again, the number that comes out of this is how much interest you earn over the total 5 years. Which comes out to be 787.50 total interest. B is asking it for the yearly interest. All right, every year you earn the same amount. That's this part of the equation, the 3,500 times the 4.5% of simple interest. Every year you earn 4.5 of 3,500, 4.5% of 4,500. And so you just take your 3,500 times your 0.045, your interest rate, and it means every year you earn 7.50. If you took that $157.50 times 5, you get your total interest. Alright, so every year you earn that exact same amount. That's what simple interest means. Alright, then the last one is asking you, well, how much is your balance in the future? Well, you take how much you started with, plus how much interest you incur total, and that's how much your future balance will be. Alright, so at the end of 5 years, you'll have earned $787.50 in interest. So you add that to the amount you invested. So you now have $4,247.50. Next example. You have deposited $4,000 in an account that earns an APR. So when you see a problem like this on the homework and the quiz, notice nowhere in there does it say simple. Only use simple interest if it says simple interest. So in this case, we're earning an APR of 7%. So that's an annual yearly percentage rate. Which means, again, our compounding period would be yearly. The value of the investment after 7.5 years, the total amount of interest in 7.5 years. Alright, so again, this is so if you're using your formula sheet, this is the compound interest case where we're using the principal times the 1.r raised to t. Remember what r and t are. R is your percent divided by, in this case, R is your annual percentage rate because you're earning 7% per year. Alright, so R is 0.07. T is the number compounding period. Again, you're earning yearly compounding period, so it'd be 1 times your 7.5. So T is 7.5. 7.5 times it's compounded at 7.5%. Alright, so A, find the value of the cap. So we're looking for the future balance. So it is our 4,000 times 1 plus R, so 0.07 raised to the 7.5. So when we type it into the formula, it comes out to our future value, which is $6,644.13. B, what's the interest we earn? So in this case, we have to figure it out. Remember, interest is the difference between how much you invested and how much you have at the end of time. So you take your future value minus your investment equals the extra money, which is the interest. Alright, so you take your 6,644.13 minus your 4,000 invested, and it comes out to 2,644.13 in interest. Alright, next example. You've deposited $1,200 into an account with an APR of 4.35% compounded monthly. So again, this time it tells you take your annual percentage rate, break it down every month. So N is 12. We're going to take the annual percentage rate, break it down over 12 months. So we get to reinvest it at 12 months at the monthly interest rate, right? We take our annual and divide it by months. All right, find the value of the investment after 4 years. Total amount of interest earned. It will take how many years for the amount to double? Alright, so we've got to find our doubling time. Alright, so we'll do A first, the future value of the investment. So again, first I'm going to find my R. My R is my annual interest rate, 0.435 over 12. This does not simplify, so leave it exact. Do not round until the end of the problem. T is our monthly over 4 years, so that is broken down 4 times a year for 4 years, so T is 28 times is our compounding period. So again, this one interest rate doesn't come out nice. If you type it on your calculator, it comes out a decimal that doesn't come out to a nice fraction. So in that case, leave it. As with everything in this book and everything that we do not round it to the end of the problem. If you round early, you'll be having a rounding error, and your answer will come out wrong on homework and quizzes. Alright, so future value is what we're looking for. We plug it into the formula. Our initial amount is 1,200. 1 plus the R, which I'm going to leave exact. So 1 plus that fraction raised to the 28. Alright, and again, make sure you're careful when you type it in. Make sure you have parentheses around the plus. So type it in exactly as I have written it out here. Alright, so the future balance. 1327.95. B, how much interest? Well, you take your future value minus the present, the amount you initially invested, and the difference is the extra. Again, it's not a whole lot because you only invested it for 4 years, so $127.95. Alright, the last part is how many years will the amount of money in the account double? Round your final answer to 1 decimal place. Alright, it didn't say approximate, so we're going to find the exact doubling. So the exact doubling time, double time, would be the log of 2 over the log of 1 plus r. So in this case, it would be the log of 2 over the log of 1 plus that 0.043 over 12. Leave that exact. So you're going to take the log of 2, divide by the log of 1 plus 0.043, 5, I brought my 5 at the end there, 435, divide by 12 in parentheses. Hit enter. And it takes quite a long time for it to double. Again, it's a small amount of money.